Kenya's Gold.
Good evening, viewers. Thank you so much for making time to join us this Tuesday, the 2nd of September, right here on your #1 agricultural program, Kenya's Gold. Now, right here on this show, every single day of the week, there is always something new to learn. For example, yesterday we learned that grape farming is the way to go, especially for farmers who are coming from dry regions, because grapes can tolerate drought, and at the same time they fetch very good prices in the market. Now today we are going to be putting matters mizabibu on hold and focus on Agricultural Development Corporation, who over the 60 years wamekuwa wakisaidia wakulima in ensuring that they are thriving in the different agri-sectors that they are in. A very good evening, viewers. Thank you so much for making time to join us from whichever part of the country that you are watching us from. Now we do have a great show lined up for you. My name is Violeta Ngina, or the International Mkulima. Right now, my fellow farmer and host Emmanuel Terer did step out today. Ameenda kutembelea wakulima tofauti. He will be back bearing amazing stories from the different farmers he will be engaging in. Now, speaking about the Agricultural Development Corporation, like we mentioned earlier, for the last 60 years, they have been helping farmers embrace different technologies, such as artificial insemination in livestock, and at the same time, they have been making sure that they are getting the superior breeds from countries such as South Africa. Now, I'm very sure now you're curious to learn more about these breeds and also get to see how the process of artificial insemination happens. You get to learn about that and more in our Gold feature starting right now all the way from Kitale. Take a look. Tuko ground, tuko wax. Welcome to today's feature. And it's very exciting to be here at ADC Livestock and Genetics Center. Now, it's a very exciting time for ADC because they are turning 60 years. And for the last 60 years, they have been very dedicated in supporting farmers in different ways. One, wanahakikisha wakulima wanapata ile certified seeds. Also, they're very keen on making sure that our farmers are getting superior breeds, and they are also the kings when it comes to nationwide semen distribution, and that is part of what we are celebrating as they turn 60 years. Now, to kickstart the program today, we are going to be learning so much about these breeds and how you as a livestock farmer can benefit from the semen from ADC. Come along with me. Let us meet our expert of the day. Hello.
Yes.
Hi, Dr. Maranga.
Welcome.
How are you?
I'm good.
Nimefika nikiosha ng'ombe.
Karibu sana.
Thank you so much, Dr. Maranga, for having us here at ADC Livestock and Genetics Center. And I'll just start by wishing you a happy birthday. You're turning 60.
Thank
and
you.
we're celebrating you for that.
Thank
for the good job that you're doing to the farmers. Lakini tuanze kwa kukujua zaidi. Just tell us the role that you play right here at ADC.
My name is Dr. Maranga. I work at the Livestock Genetics Center as an assistant manager, taking care of these bulls and also making sure that the semen that we get from these bulls is processed in the highest quality possible so that we can be able to avail it to our farmers and our AI technicians so that they can be able to use it to improve their livestock, so that they can get the much needed improved milk, so that we can have food security as a country.
Maybe you can talk to us about the different breeds of bulls that we have here.
We have 12 breeds of bulls and a total of 61 bulls across 12 bulls, breeds. That is dairy, dual purpose, and beef breeds. For dairy, we have the Frisian, the Asher, the Jersey, the Guernsey, and then in terms of dual purpose, we have our Sahiwal and the Simmental, and then in terms of beef, we have our Mordern. Then we have exotic beef breeds, that is the Hereford, the Red Anchors, Santa Gertrudis. We have the Charolais too, all that are available for the farmer to make use of.
Great. Mr. Maranga, sasa nataka tutembee kidogo, sijui pengine tuende hivi. And as we do that, unaweza anza kwa kutuambia also, where do you get these bulls from? Wakati mna import, huwa mnawatoa nchi gani?
Our bulls walitolewa South Africa because it is closer home and they can be well adapted to our environment.
How long ago was that when they were brought here?
That was in 2019. And another lot was brought in 2021. Na pia other bulls, we recruit them from within the country, from renowned farmers. Those farmers who have maintained very high breeding standards and have been able to achieve good production in terms of milk. We recruit from those farms that have adopted, artificial insemination and embryo transfer specifically, so that we are assured of the quality of bulls that we get into our station.
So Dr. Maranga, talk to us, how often do you do the importation? Kama the next one, pengine mtafanya after how many years, and what really informs that decision? Alafu pia wakati mnaenda kuimport ama mnanunua kutoka kwa local farmers who maintained their cows very well, their bulls very well, what qualities are you looking out for?
Huwa tuna import once we have funds. What we look at when we are recruiting these animals is milk production. The bull must come from a lineage that has been proven to produce more milk above the rest. So we also look at type traits. The bull and the lineage must show that, it's a cow that it's a bull that can give rise to cows that are true to the breed. We also look at other traits like health. Tunataka ng'ombe ambao wanaweza kuwa in good health, wanaweza tolerate some diseases.
So the moment you bring the bulls into the country, what is the first step? Huwa mnawafanyia nini? Huwa mna inspect nini? Ndio sasa mkue sure now these ones are good, tuanze semen collection.
Tunawaweka kwa a quarantine facility kwanza. Tunawaangalia. Alafu tunaita the laboratory department, the veterinary investigation laboratory. Wenye wanakuja wanachukua samples, wanafanya tests for breeding diseases and all the tests as recommended by our veterinary authorities. Wakishapata a clean bill of health, that is when we move them to our quarantine area. We have the genetic advisory committee that sits and, approves the bulls that we get into our station. And then it also recommends when to remove a bull from the station.
All right. Na hapo kwa quarantine, how much time will they spend there?
At least 1 month. 1 month is enough for us to be able to observe them. If they have any disease or any issue, we can be able to know. That was pre-quarantine.
Yes.
Now at the quarantine, they will spend their life here until they are culled from the center.
Kwa hivyo hapa mahali tuko hapa ni?
Hapa mahali tuko ni quarantine area.
Quarantine. Kule mkulima ambaye anakusikiza saizi na anataka ile breed ambaye akipeleka kwake atunze vizuri naye maziwa atapata kwa wingi. What breed do you recommend them?
Kwanza kabla uchague breed ambayo unataka kutumia kwa farm yako, lazima unaangalia mazingira kwa sababu production huwa inaenda na genotype na environment. Tunajua kwamba the Frisian produces the highest amount of milk per day so far, followed by the Asher and the Jersey and the Guernsey. Frisian kwanza haitaki a very hot environment. For example, wale watu ambao wako in the coastal areas of Kenya, in the northern part of the country, hawawezi manage kufuga Frisian unless wako tayari kuinvest in infrastructure that can be able to, you know, provide the right condition for the freshen so that it can produce more milk in that environment.
Right. So once they're here at quarantine, at what point now do you start the semen collection?
For the dairy breeds, kifika 1 year, 1.5 years, tunaanza kufanya semen collection and processing from the bulls.
Right. And when you're importing them, mna import kama wako na miezi mingapi hivi?
Preferably winners to at most 1 year.
Right.
But that is subject to approval by the Genetic Advisory Committee.
Great.
Yes.
So Dr. Maranga, thank you so much for that explanation. Sasa tunataka kwenda kuona mahali huwa mna collect the semen, tuone the process jinsi inafanyika, na ule mkulima ambaye ako nyumbani ajue jinsi atapata semen yake, si ndio?
Hapa ndio semen collection room.
Okay.
Tunafanya semen collection hapa. Na tayari tumefunga an ash and a freshen and a teaser bull. A teaser bull is a bull which has been castrated. Yenye tunatumia. Alafu itakuwa mounted na zile bulls ambao tunataka collect semen from. Yes. Na kwa hii semen collection room tukifanya hiyo collection tunatumia an artificial vagina which has been prepared so that it provides comfort for the bulls when we are doing the semen collection.
Right. Are there particular people wenye wanafaa kufanya hii kazi ya semen collection?
Tuko na watu ambao wako na experience in handling the animals and they have done this work for a long time.
So take us step by step, ndio ulete huyu bull hapa tutoe semen hadi tumalize. Tunaanzia wapi, tunamaliza wapi?
So what tuna make sure kwamba hizo bulls ziko in good health first. We do it very early in the morning when the bulls are still active. So we bring them over and we tie them on the rails and then we do cleaning. We must make sure that they are cleaned, they are shaved well so that we avoid any contamination. One breed per day. Na tumeshafanya cleaning na tumefunga tayari pia na tisa. Huwa tunatumia tisa ambayo is a castrated bull. Sasa huyu tisa ndiye atakuwa mounted on na ile bull ambayo itakuja kutoa mbegu.
Right. So how often do you collect semen?
Huwa tuna collect once on a weekly basis.
Sasa tukiwa hapa, the next thing, kuna nini ambacho tunatumia ndo tu collect semen?
Sasa tukishaleta tisa bull hapa na ndume amefungwa hapo, hapa huwa tunatumia an artificial vagina. Hii ni chombo ambacho tunatumia kucollect ambayo imetengenezwa kwa njia safi, imesafishwa na imekuwa sterilized kwa lab, alafu huwa inatengenezwa jana so that tuitumie leo for collection. Sasa ikiwa tayari na imewekwa kwa joto so that tunajua wakati unatoa mbegu lazima inatoka kwa ng'ombe ambaye ako na joto na lazima ingie kwa another component ambayo iko na joto sawa na ile ya ng'ombe.
Thank you. Here it is.
So this is an artificial vagina.
Okay.
If you hold it, unasikia iko warm. It is warm. Inakuwa filled na maji. Water that is at 45 to 48 degrees ambayo inaingishwa through this small hole here. Alafu ikishaekwa maji, we also blow air to occupy those areas ambazo hazijakuwa occupied na maji, alafu inafungwa. Unaona? Sasa ukiangalia hiyo hewa provide comfort. It provides comfort kwa sababu ya ile feeling itatoa wakati wa collection. Alafu huwa tuna lubricate hapo. Alafu tuna connect pia na a cone. This plastic material here ambayo wakati ndume ametoa mbegu ita direct hiyo mbegu kuingia kwa hii semen collection vial. Hiyo inaitwa semen collection vial ambayo iko graduated such that unaweza soma kiasi ya mbegu hiyo ndume ametoa on that particular moment.
How long does that process take per bull?
Less than 15 minutes.
Right.
So the semen collection vial pia inakuanga labeled na ile jina ya ndume ambayo anaenda kukua collected. Alafu tuko na another component hapa inaitwa velvet. Iko na insulation material ndani ambayo ita maintain hiyo temperature na pia itazuia hiyo mbegu isipate direct light.
Right.
Direct light huwa inaua mbegu. Sasa that is the role of this velvet.
Kama imefunikwa kabisa.
Yeah,
alafu wakati sasa tunaenda kupeleka kwa ndume, tunaingiza na sehemu gani?
Sasa the semen collector ataishikilia, alafu tease the bull 3 times, 2 times, alafu collect semen the 3rd time. Sababu ya kutease ndume mara 2 ndio atoe mara ya 3 ni kwa ile effort ya kuconcentrate ile semen na cells. Ikiwa anaweza collect wakati anajaribu kujump mara ya kwanza, hatutapata zile chembe ambazo tunahitaji zenye zinaenda cause fertilization. Sasa kwa hiyo lazima hiyo ndume ijaribu kumount 9 mara ya kwanza akuwe discouraged, mara ya pili tena akuwe discouraged, alafu mara ya 3 akishakuwa sasa ameconcentrate chembe kwa ile mbegu, anakuwa allowed kumount na yule semen collector ana direct the penis into the AV. Alafu the bull is able to ejaculate, and we are able to collect the first ejaculate from that bull on that particular day. So a bull can give us 2 ejaculates. So anaweza toa hiyo ejaculate ya kwanza, alafu tuipeleke for processing, apewe kama 30 minutes to around 40 minutes to rest, and then he can come for another ejaculation. And then same process continues. Yes.
Kwa ule mkulima ambaye atakuja achukue mbegu yake kutoka hapa ADC, what is the success rate? Testimonies kutoka kwa wakulima ni gani? Kwa sababu kuna kwanga na ile fear of artificial insemination, unaweza uma nje pia ukichukua tu mbegu anywhere. So talk to us about the success rate.
The conception rate ya mbegu ya ADC iko very high. Nimetembea kwa our farmers na our AI technicians, na wengi wao nimesikia wanaita mbegu ya ADC one shot, kwa sababu hakuna kurudia. Ukishafanya mara moja ng'ombe ina conceive, mkulima anakuwa amepunguza gharama ya kufanya repeat insemination, na inakuwa ni rahisi kwa AI technician kwa sababu atakuwa anarudi kwa hiyo shamba kufanya AI. Na ni kwa sababu ya quality assurance ambayo tunaweka kwa our processes. So the conception rates are very high. Very high.
Kuna mkulima ambaye ako huko Bundu, huko Turkana, huko mwisho huko kwa boda, anataka hii quality, So how do they access you? Wakulima wanawafikiaje? How do you ensure that your services are not limited to those who have, close reach to you?
Huwa as a center tunafanya kazi na counties ambao wako na AI subsidy programs ya kusaidia wakulima huko kwa shamba. So huwa tunaandikishana MOUs na tuna deliver so that the farmers can pick from the designated areas in those respective counties. We also work with dairy cooperatives. Dairy cooperatives which have organized themselves and they have their own AI technicians and they have the AI equipment. So huwa tuna deliver mbegu kwao so that wanaweza saidia wakulima kupitia kwa dairy cooperative. Pia mara nyingi tumefanya kazi na organized small farmers groups ambao wamejipanga na wako na daktari wao na equipment. Tuna deliver kwa designated place ambayo iko na personnel ambayo anawasaidia in their areas. Na pia huwa mara nyingi tunafanya kazi na private businesses in a public private partnership. Na mara nyingi hao ni wale businesses wako na agrovets, so that tuna sign an MOU with them. Tuna deliver our products, cattle genetics and also liquid nitrogen at their premises, so that they can also give them to the AI service providers ambao sasa wanafikia wakulima pale kwa shamba.
Do you think the awareness imefika vizuri kwa shamba as we speak, where we are now? What is the uptake of artificial insemination?
Kitu ya kwanza about awareness, tukiwa tunaandikishana MOU na our stakeholders au ambao nimemention, huwa tuna agree kwamba tutafanya capacity building pamoja, so that we create more awareness, so that the information about our products, the bulls, ifikie wakulima na AI technicians. Huwa tunafanya kazi pamoja na huwa tuna attend field workshops, field trainings pamoja, so that we sensitize the community at large. Kulingana na hiyo swali lingine, uptake ya AI services in this country, bado hatujafika ile kiwango tunatarajia kufika as a country, ingawa sitaweza kuongea authoritatively on that. Lakini tukiwa na access ya some reports, tuko na ng'ombe kama 5.4 million animals ya dairy kulingana na ile report ya 2024 ya National Agriculture Report, na tuko around 40%. 40%, so tuko na potential ya kuimprove kutoka hapo, so that tufikie kila mkulima ambaye anataka kuimprove ng'ombe zake.
Good. There you go, a great conversation we have just had there with Dr. Maranga from Agricultural Development Corporation, and he is talking about artificial insemination in livestock. Now, these are some of the technologies that are being put in place to ensure that our farmers back at home are able to upscale our beef and milk production. Now, if we talk about milk, ile demand ambayo inatakikana a whole year here in Kenya is about 8 billion liters annually. Lakini kwa sasa, we are only able to produce about 5 billion liters, meaning we do have a deficit of about 3 billion liters. But if we do embrace these modern technologies, artificial insemination, embryo transfer, making sure that we are getting superior quality breeds, then we will be able to meet the deficit that we are currently facing. Kwa hivyo wakulima, hii tabia ya kuenda kuomba ndume kwa jirani, ng'ombe analia siku mzima anataka ndume, hauna ndume, tuache tafadhali, because agriculture has evolved. Now with that, it's time for us to take a fast, short commercial break, but do not go anywhere, because when we come back, we're going to be diving into a very interesting gold conversation that will be shedding more light on the milestone that Agricultural Development Corporation has achieved over the last 60 years. Stay with us for that and more. Today we do have the distinct honor of being joined by Dr. Wilson Tonui, who is the Managing Director of ADC, who are also turning 60 years. And I'll start by telling you happy birthday to you. You see, yes, the same way as a human being, when you're celebrating your birthday, lazima uweke ka celebration, ka party, ka kitu. You just have to do something.
Yes,
so as ADC, what are you doing to mark 60 years of serving farmers across the country?
We have invited the runners for a marathon.
Right.
Yeah?
Yes.
60 years to us is like marathon, 60 years. So today we started with marathon for men and women.
Right.
21 kilometers.
Great.
So marathon is there. We are starting with marathon in the afternoon. We are going to have a football tournament. Right. Just to mark that 60 years.
Great. Now I know over the 60 years mmekuwa mkishughulikia wakulima kutoka eneo tofauti hapa nchini, but we also have the new farmers who want to understand who is ADC, when did ADC come into existence, what were your mandates then, and how have those mandates transitioned over time?
Yes. ADC is a government parastatal, 100% owned by the government of Kenya. It stands for Agricultural Development Corporation. We were established in 1965. And the first mandate that we were given was to ensure that we transfer the large-scale farms, which were owned by the Europeans, to the locals. So it wanted a body, an organization that will have the expertise of managing crop and livestock production in large scale. When that mandate was successfully carried out, our mandate was now redefined to just production of essential agricultural inputs for our farmers in this country, which they use to produce food for feeding the nation.
So it transitioned from transferring land from the white settlers.
Production of certified seeds. And livestock breeding.
Right.
Which are critical inputs used by farmers to produce food for the whole country.
Great.
Talk of maize. We are involved in large-scale multiplication of certified hybrid maize.
Right.
which is a very serious input used by maize farmers to produce maize for this country. We are talking of potatoes.
Right.
We are the only government institution that is producing over 70% of the country's requirement for potatoes. And potatoes is our second staple food after
here.
maize.
Right.
We are talking of wheat. We produce seed wheat. We produce like 60% of the country's requirement for seed wheat. Chapati is one of our
delicacies.
Now, when it comes to livestock, when we are talking of dairy production, we are the one who produce the breeds. We keep breeding. We breed the dairy breeds, pedigree animals, for improved milk production for feeding the country.
Right.
We are talking of beef breeds,
Right.
improvement of beef breeds for production of more meat for feeding the nation.
Right.
We are talking of sheep and goats,
Right.
all that. So when you look at it, we are actually the main driver of food security in this
In
country.
the country, yes. So I had the pleasure of visiting ADC in Molo, and I could see the good work that you're doing when it comes to propagating potatoes. There's someone who's listening and wants to understand, why did you decide to settle for those particular crops that you've mentioned?
Ugali to a Kenyan is like bread to a European. It must be in the diet at the end of the day, whether you go south or where. So maize is actually, when you talk of food security,
Yes.
we are talking about maize.
All right, so when you're coming up with these new innovations, whether it's the hybrid seeds for different crops, ama hata mbegu ya wanyama tofauti, how do you test them to make sure that they're fit for use before finally introducing them to the market and to our farmers?
We work with the stakeholders, our partners. We work with the seed merchants or seed companies. We work with the researchers. You know the Kenya Agricultural Livestock Research Organization.
Yes.
We work with universities. They come up with, they develop varieties. They develop the breeds of animals. And then now, us, because we have large-scale farms, we are a testing ground for all these new developments.
Right.
The new varieties, new breeds which are being introduced, new technologies. We have the capacity to test before now we commercialize.
Now, let us speak about small-scale farmers. I know you do large-scale farming, and a lot of the ADC farms, you have a lot of farms. But at the end of the day, we know that about 80% of our food here in Kenya is produced by our small-scale farmers. You can talk to us about the support that ADC is giving small-scale farmers and how much empowerment you're also putting into them.
Now, we support smallholder farmers,
Right.
or what we call small-scale farmers.
Right.
Yeah, with essential agricultural inputs. If you are talking of seed, for maize, for wheat, for potatoes, those are the main ones. If you are talking of livestock breeds, which they use for production, those are essential agricultural inputs which they now use to be able to produce food for Kenyans.
Right.
And you see, seed, food security starts with seed, which we multiply in our farms. Yes.
It's part of the agenda making these hybrid seeds affordable. Kwa sababu kuna wale watasema, wacha tu nibaki kwa indigenous, I can't afford these ones, it's too costly, it's one single use. What is your take on that, and how are you also making our farmers able to afford these new technologies?
Now, for your information, seed, if you are talking of certified hybrid seed, if you are talking of certified potatoes or wheat, they are very cheap. They are not very expensive. 1 kilo of seed is going for 300 shillings. 1 kilo. So for 1 acre, that is only 10 kilos. So that if you can see the cost of production in 1 acre, seed represent a small cost.
Yes.
The other main cost, but seed is one of the cheapest input
Right.
in smallholder production.
Right.
Yes.
So it's one thing to have the seeds, it's another thing for our farmers to use the seeds and to even be aware of these hybrid seeds. Talk to us about the training and how you ensure that muna create awareness kwa ground. Mpaka ule mkulima uko ndani uko ushago kabisa anaweza kuelewa there's something we are calling certified seeds, and it's important for me as a farmer nianze kuzitumia.
We don't work in isolation. We work with the government of Kenya,
Right.
the Ministry of Agriculture. We work with the counties. We work with seed companies. We work with other organizations like Agricultural Society of Kenya to create that awareness.
Right.
We attend field days, we attend all agricultural shows, yeah? So that is where we create now, where we sensitize farmers about use of certified seeds and use of improved breeds of animals.
Right.
For a farmer who is using certified seed potato in 1 acre, you can produce up to 150 bags. But a farmer who is not using certified seed potato in 1 acre, you can only produce 20 bags.
Right.
You can see that. You can do those mathematics.
The difference is very clear.
And you can see that when you use certified seed, you are going to make money in farming.
Talk to us about where your presence is felt across the country. Which are these places I'm going to go to and I'll find the ADC establishments? And for that farmer who wants to interact with you directly, anataka kupata, help and assistance and support from ADC, wanafaa kwenda wapi?
Our spread ensures that all the ecological zones of this country are represented. From highlands to mid-altitude areas to the lowlands.
Right.
We are located around there. So we are able to cater for farmers in the high potential areas, in the medium areas, and in the lowland areas, the dry areas. Yes.
Great. Let's talk about climate change and the impact it's had on agriculture. We can also start by learning from you. How has it impacted the work and the research that you are doing as ADC with the different partners that you work with?
Climate change is actually real. There was a time when you could predict, when you know very well, that the onset of rain is starting in March. Yeah?
Yeah.
And is ending in, let's say, September. But that has changed. The long rains have become shorter and shorter and shorter.
Right.
And they have become also more erratic. So those are issues of climate change which has affected us, ADC. But how have we mitigated against that? Number one, what we have done is that we have worked with our stakeholders, the universities, the research institutions, to develop early maturing varieties, which can take shorter time. Instead of taking 5 months, take 3 months.
Right.
We have also come up with varieties. We are multiplying varieties that are drought tolerant. Also, you'll realize that with climate change, diseases which were not there are really there. Fall armyworm, it never used to be there. So what has happened? We have developed varieties. We are multiplying varieties that are disease resistant. Another thing that we have done, we have embraced irrigation. So that we are able to irrigate. When the rainfall is not there, we are able to irrigate our production. You realize that in one of the farms here in Trans Nzoia, we are using gravity to irrigate citrus production. Yeah? About 600 acres.
Right.
So we produce citrus the whole year because of irrigation. If you go down to the coast, you have heard of the famous ADC Galana Kulalu.
Yes.
Food security area.
Right.
We are partnering with private investors, serious investors, who have brought private capital to develop the necessary irrigation infrastructure. Another thing that we are doing, and this is, listen to this, is serious, on tree planting.
Right.
We are on the 15 billion initiative, which was started by the President of Kenya.
Yes.
So that by 2032, we are supposed to plant 15 billion trees.
Right.
We have been allocated by the Ministry of Agriculture to plant 100 million trees by 2032. So we have given a target to every farm across the country, ADC farm.
Right.
In their nurseries, they are going to be producing around 1 million trees every year, every farm. Apart from that, we are also using green energy, using biogas to power operations in like milking of animals. We are using also gravity. I've told you gravity irrigation, which we don't use any energy.
Yes.
We are using also solar in what we are doing in Galana.
So as we also advise our farmers to plant trees, I hope you're also sensitizing them on growing those trees.
Yes. In partnership with Kenya Forest Service, we normally create awareness on how to plant a tree.
Right.
So that one, we do it.
How much agricultural land is under ADC across this country?
We have a lot of land which belongs to the government of Kenya.
Right.
ADC is just managing on behalf of the government of Kenya.
Yes.
For purposes of food security. We have about 1 million acres of agricultural land in this country, which we are putting to good use as ADC and also in partnership with other investors. Yes.
There has been some fears on maybe individuals trying to grab some of this land that is, belongs to the government. Maybe you can talk to us about how much you've been able to control that and just take away that fear from the people.
That is an area where I want to correct. I think it is about perception. It's because of the role that we had after independence of transferring land from the Europeans to the locals. But that role, we successfully did it and we did away with it.
Right.
What remained from 2001, all the farms were gazetted by the government of Kenya. So once you have gazetted, it puts us at the same level of protection like the land that belongs to Kenya Forest Service, that belongs to KWS, the national parks, the game preserves. So you cannot just wake up and subdivide land.
Right.
Because it's now public land. And under the 2010 Constitution, public land, ADC, belongs to the 50 million Kenyans. So how do you just want to cut it and give it to somebody else? Or somebody encroaching and want to take it? An individual, it's not possible.
So if you're looking at the past 60 years and where you are right now, what are those major milestones that you feel you have achieved?
For seeds, we meet 60% of the country's requirement for certified seeds, which we provide through other seed merchants. For livestock, apart from the livestock breeds that we sell at affordable prices to farmers, because if you are a smallholder farmer, a small-scale farmer, with let's say 2 animals, supposing those 2 animals die, where will you get replacement? You get from a breeder like ADC. So you can see where we come in. We also produce semen. Semen for insemination. We produce and we process and we distribute to farmers to improve their breeds. Dairy breeds for more milk production, beef breeds for more meat. So it's a role that I feel in 60 years, I think we are on top of
the game when it comes to seeds.
When it comes to seed and livestock breeding.
Great. Finally, talk to us about how you are aligning with the national government, its agenda on bottom-up economic transformation agenda when it comes to food security in the country.
You have seen what we are doing in ADC.
Yes, I have.
Very beautiful crop, beautiful livestock.
Yes.
Let me tell you, one of the core pillars of bottom-up economic transformation agenda is food security. So we are the driver of food security in this country because food security starts with seed, which we are already producing.
Here we are 60 years down the line and we are doing quite well when it comes to, shaping the path towards food security. So moving forward, what are the next innovations that you're hoping to get into as ADC?
We are embracing technologies and innovation. In livestock, we have realized that the natural way of having 1 animal every year from a cow cannot take us very far. So we are embracing technologies like embryo transfer, where at the end of every year, 1 animal that is naturally supposed to produce one calf can produce even up to 20 in a year. We have embraced technologies like tissue culture technology in the lab, trying to produce clean seed from the lab. We are using all technologies, whether drones for our programs, whether we are also automating our processes so that we become cost effective as we do our business.
So the future is definitely bright.
The future is bright for Kenya and for ADC.
Maliza kwa kuzungumza na ule kijana ambaye anaogopa kuingia katika mambo ya ukulima. Anasema, ukulima hiyo acha tu niachie wazazi wangu pale ushago. Ukulima haina pesa, ukulima si digital. What would you tell them?
All the shows that we attend, agricultural shows and field days, most agricultural shows in Kenya are attended by students in primary school, in secondary school, in the universities. When they come to the shows, we sensitize them about farming, agriculture, in crop production, livestock production. So they get to learn about agriculture at a young age. Number 2, the other program that we have in ADC is that we normally attach students from colleges, from universities, across all our farms for attachment so that they can learn the practical aspects of farming. We also have internship after graduating from colleges and universities. They come, work for us for 1 year to be able to learn about farming. And then another thing, I know the youth, they like new technologies.
Yes.
we have embraced all our operations, whether you're talking of crop production, livestock production, most of our operations are mechanized. From land preparation, we are not using the oxen, we are using machines to do land preparation.
All right.
To do the planting, we are using the planters. To do the spraying, we are using boom sprayers, we are using the drones. Harvesting, the same. So we have mechanized our operations. And even when it comes to milking, we are using milking machines. So those are the things the youth, they like. They like anything dealing with technology. So if you use the seeds and improve breeds of animals, definitely you are going to make money and the youth will come.
Right.
Yes.
Thank you so very much, Dr. Wilson Tonui, for making time to be with us today. Thank you for speaking to us and keep up the good job that you are doing here at ADC when it comes to celebrating farmers. And once again, happy birthday to you and the entire team at ADC. Thank you so much. And with that, we have come to the end of the program. The agenda today was to celebrate Agricultural Development Corporation, who are now 60 years. And for the last 60 years, they have been making sure that they are supporting farmers. Now, their initial mandate ilikuwa kutransfer ile mashamba ambayo ilikuwa ya wazungu wetu pale during colonialism, transferring those big pieces of land to the locals. And now their main mandate is to make sure that all farmers do get high quality farm inputs. Kama ni mbegu ya mahindi wako nayo, kama ni mbegu ya viazi wako nayo, kama ni mbegu ya wheat, they are making sure that you as a farmer is able to access high quality farm inputs. Kwa hivyo wakulima wangu, tabia ya kuombaomba mbegu, kuendea ndume kwa jirani, let us stop that, because that will not help us attain our goal on food security. Thank you so very much for watching the program today. It has been an absolute pleasure being with you. My name is Violetta Ngina. Thank you for watching.